Ladies and gentlemen, it is Gordo. We are back with another video. Today should be a very good day. I am super excited, and I will tell you why. One, I have a trip planned for November to go somewhere. Haven't decided yet, but it's in the works. So I'm going to be taking a trip, but because of that, since I'll be flying, I need a real ID, which is an updated ID here in the United States that we're required to all get. So I had to go dig out a bunch of paperwork. I had to get some letters of mail. I had to find my birth certificate. I had to find my passport. So I'm doing all that, and right now I'm going to be heading to the DMV to hopefully get an updated ID. I went yesterday and I was missing a few things, so going back again today, the only thing I could not find is my social security card, but I have my number memorized, so I never thought I needed the actual card. So we'll see. Aside from that, if we have time, we will be going to Best Buy to pick up my new MacBook Pro. I got the 14-inch MacBook Pro, and I got the middle of the ground, I guess you could say, model. So it's the base Pro. So the M4 chip, there's the M4, the M4 Pro, and the M4 Max. So I got the M4 chip because I believe it'll be more than enough for what I need. And then I got updated storage and RAM, like upgraded from the base model. So it was a pretty penny. It was a big purchase, but I needed a new laptop because my old one wasn't able to keep up with my editing anymore. It was a 2017 MacBook Pro running on the Intel Core processor. So going from that to the new M4 should be quite a jump in performance. I don't see me needing more than that. So yeah, right now we're on the way to the DMV, and then after the DMV, we will shoot over to Best Buy to pick up my laptop. I'm super excited. I wanted to grab my laptop first, but I didn't want the laptop just hanging out in my motorcycle bags, and I didn't want to have to carry it in my backpack. So DMV first, and then Best Buy. And then we'll likely do some sort of unboxing. I was trying to mess around with my tripods and positioning and stuff like that, but if I don't feel like I have enough together today, then I won't film it today. But we'll see. Hopefully I can get that together for you guys. I took the Harley out yesterday like 3 times. So I went out early morning for like an hour and a half, grabbed some lunch, took it out, came back home, chilled a little bit, and then I took it out again for an evening. So I did some filming for all that, and we'll see how that goes and how it turns out. I'm actually super excited just to get behind the new MacBook and get my editing started again. I've been using CapCut and Epidemic Sound, and those two have served me pretty well. So I will do a little bit of researching and see if those are still good options, and then I'll jump back into it. In the winter time around January, February, my computer just wasn't running fast enough to keep up with the processing for my video editing, and it was hard to get videos in sync with the music and other layers and other things like that. And processing took a really long time. Uploading took a while. So I'm almost positive there will be noticeable improvements going from my old operating system to the new one. Yesterday I also had to cut my hair because I'm getting my picture taken for my ID. I didn't want to look like a bum. So we took it down on the sides. I did a little bit of a fade, lined it up, trimmed up the beard. So looking a little bit more representable. Started cutting my own hair. This is going to be my second winter now, second year. And very, very happy that I made that decision. If you go to a barber or a hairstylist, that's fine, but I got dreadlocks and I only needed like half my head cut. And they were still charging me like 50 bucks. So I'm like, man, I don't know if I could just keep doing that. My hair grows fast. I need a haircut every 10 days. So I bought my own clippers, trimmers, and shavers. And over the course of not this last winter, but the winter before, I learned how to cut my own hair. So it was a bit of a trial and error. There were some days where I needed to wear a hat when it wasn't exactly cold, if you feel me. But I've got it down pretty good now, I would say. And the clippers more than paid for themselves. We'll park over here by this guy. This guy knows what's up with the Duramax. What kind of Duramax you got, brother? All right, so we made it to the DMV. Hopefully it's not too busy. So I'm gonna pop inside and hopefully get this ID, and then we'll see you guys back out here. Alrighty, y'all, we are just leaving the DMV. I think that was about an hour of a wait, but we got everything we needed. So I brought all the right documents this time and was able to get my real ID so that I can fly and that my correct address is on there, because I've moved a few times in the last several years. So I did go yesterday, but I forgot my passport and or birth certificate. So I had to come back today. And the last time I went, which was yesterday, the line was non-existent. I walked in and went right up to the counter on a Thursday. But today being a Friday afternoon, I thought a lot of people would be in work, but apparently they use their off days to get things done like I do. So I'm not sure why I was surprised, but the line was to the door right upon walking in. So there was like 20 people in front of me. And now finally we are on the way to grab my MacBook Pro. So hopefully that doesn't take nearly as long. I'm imagining that I can just walk in, show my receipt or an email, grab my MacBook, and leave. So a lot less of a process than the ID was, but everyone knows that the DMV always takes a while. I was actually surprised at how many people weren't there yesterday. And we're gonna skip all the traffic and we'll take a right up here. I'm just loving this weather lately. It feels like an extension of summer. This is like peak weather. Like you can't even tell what month it is. And I know I've talked about the weather several times, but it's just something that comes to mind when I'm out here. That's part of the reason that we ride motorcycles, is we like being outside. Nice truck. What kind of Duramax you got, brother? I don't use this road often, but it looks like they did some much needed construction since the last time I was on it, which is why I haven't been over here, because it was very, very bumpy. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but everywhere I go there seems to be construction, like year round. Like, why? They'll do construction on one road for one reason or another, and then several months later that same road is ripped up. Like, who authorized the first construction that you guys messed up and had to go back and do something? And I know pipes burst and mechanical issues happen, but a road? Y'all should not have to be redoing a road after a few months of just redoing the road. So I don't know, I feel like they've been redoing all of our major streets as long as I can remember. Yeah, we got a wave. Speaking of, coming up to more construction. But I can take a right here, so that's good. You got to be careful when you're on a bike in construction zones because there's cones that get knocked over into the roadway. The base of the cones get knocked over. There's a lot of debris from construction sites, things like that, gravel, oil, dirt, so you really want to be careful. I might be able to squeeze on past here. Let me see. Well, they're taking a right. So unless this person's going straight, nope, they're both taking a right. So we are not going to go in front of those cars. We shall wait patiently. And this Range Rover says clean me on the back on the windshield, or on the window there. That is a huge rear window. It's like the size of my flat screen TV. All right, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. So I will cautiously just give the vehicle in front of me a little bit more space. And what that does is that gives me more time to react to things that may be in the road. Because if you're right on top of a car, by the time they pass whatever object is in the road, you don't have any time to respond. It's also good that we're low speed right now. I mean, I'm going 25, so I could stop relatively quickly. All right, we are almost there. We got this light and another right. So we're gonna go up here and then we're gonna bust a right. And then we're gonna go straight and then we're gonna bust a left. And then go straight and then bust a right. And this Best Buy, you can't miss it. See, a straight right, a straight left, and it's on your right. You can't miss it. See what I tell you? See that? That's where we're going. Best Buy. And let's see, we can grab this parking spot right here. I always try and go through and hit one of these, and then I don't have to back up, because this thing is a big Bertha. So we are at Best Buy. We are going to get going in, and I will see you guys when we step out.
I'll give you one moment.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alrighty, so we did just get the laptop. I'm going to go look at a couple of the other action camera accessories. I was looking for a ND filters, and then also some type of clip for a hat. I know this is going to be all their GoPro stuff, but seeing if there's anything I can use. I was thinking about the headpiece. So this is the one I'm looking at here. If it'll focus, it's the Headstrap 2.0. We are walking out of Best Buy, so I got the 2.0 head strap for the GoPro because I didn't feel like waiting to order the same version through DJI, and then hopefully this will be what I can use for a POV shot of me opening the laptop. So we're gonna get hooked up to the bike and then we're gonna head to the house. We are back on the road. Just briefly stopped at Best Buy to pick up my MacBook. And on top of that, I was trying to look for an option to showcase a POV of opening everything. So what I tried to go for was the head mount. So it's just a strap that you wear over your head, and then the camera attaches near your forehead, and then it can look down at whatever it is that you're working on. So that'll be the option that we try. I have my GoPro and various tripods for another angle, so we'll see. I don't do very many unboxings, so you really only have one shot to capture everything that you want because you can't reseal the packaging, you know. So I wanted to try and see what I can create for you guys. I am very excited to get this open and booted up and start messing with the settings and my programs getting installed so I can start editing. I'm going to weigh the pros and the cons of other editing software. DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro and all that other stuff, and weigh it against CapCut and see, but I'm familiar with CapCut, so if they haven't changed it too much in the last 6 months, I should be good to go with that. And then I'll need something for overlays as well as something for music. So Epidemic Sound is the platform that I was using. I haven't spent a ton of time listening to the footage that I have to see if it is picking up the wind noise when my visor's open versus closed. So that's something that I'll just have to review when I get all the footage in. I'll get my headphones on. I have a pair of Beats that go over the ears, and then I have a pair of AirPods that go in the ear. Both are decent quality, I think, so I should be able to pick up on any changes that need to be made in the microphone. But I experimented this whole week, I think that's fair to say, putting the mic in different places, adjusting the audio gains to different levels, and then listening to it back. So I think with noise cancellation on for the exhaust audio and the decibel set to -12, and the in-helmet set to like -7, -5, it's a mix. It's a good mix of audio for you guys. So just a few last tweaks, I think, and we'll be good to go. And then I will have to find somewhere to put my GoPro for a second angle. And what I'll do in theory is just mute that audio and sync it with the audio from the DJI mics. So at some points I'll have this POV angle, which you guys are seeing now, and then I will jump to a different angle showcasing myself or where I am going with the other camera without audio, and then the audios will just all be on one track. We'll see. Something to mess with. I originally was not going to bring my backpack because I thought I could fit the box in the saddlebags of my Harley. But then I thought to myself that it might come in a bigger box than I'm anticipating. So I did bring my backpack, which was a fantastic move on my part because it is a box within a box since they shipped it and it wasn't already in store. So I would have had to take it out of its current box for it to fit. I wish I didn't have other stuff to do today so I could stay out here and ride a little longer. I did film half a video last night for the pros and cons of owning a motorcycle like this, but I have not had the time today to film the second portion because I spent an hour at the DMV. I must say one of the greatest pleasures for me is hopping on this bike with no plans and no destination and just riding. Not the case today, but usually it is. Well, we are doing a little loop around the city before we head back to the house just because it's so nice out. But again, if you guys are enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. It means the world to me, and I appreciate each and every one of you that tunes into my content. Holy smokes.